Hey guys, welcome back to Survival Records. As I proceed my adventure here in the shadow of Caldera, you can see that the sun is kind of behind the planet there. The moon that I'm trying to get to, it's all lit up. But anyway, I am here and I have found this wreck and I am going to be using it, stripping parts off of it, getting it to be a tool for me to continue my journey towards said ice planet. Where did it go? There we go. Got turned upside down, that's all. One of you had commented that it looks like maybe there was a face on the moon. Now it kind of looks like there's a skull in the moon. Like a cat skull, almost. Spooky Halloween. So, anyway. Another comment, very rightfully pointed out, that the pirates, they think I'm one of them. They really love how much damage I've been doing to all these other factions out there. So, I need to fix that. There's a mod that I can install called Perpetually Perturbed Pirates, but let me check if I can find a way to do it in the command menu as well. Alright, I think I found it. It's here in the economy page. I can change the reputation of myself with the Space Pirates by negative 15,000. Final reputation 0. Actually, if I go negative 3,000, I'll go to negative 15,000. And did that work? Space Pirates. Hate me all the way again. Alright. Well, with that being done, maybe this ship should have been shooting at me when I got here. But, I don't know. I don't think I avoided that much doing the way I did. Anyway, another thing that I have decided to work on is I'm going to add an arm to the center of this out to a mag plate. But in order to do that, I need to make some motors. And in order to make motors, I need to get some nickel. So I'm going to check my ship here for anything that I can scrap that will have nickel in it. Although, thinking about it, I really don't think that there's going to be much. That guy. Moving toward me. Ish. Well, I'll have to keep an eye out on him. For him. Anyway, that's what I'm working on now. So let me get to it. Well, I had the brilliant idea of using the basic refinery that was in the ship. I mean, why not, right? I think I'm going to have to use my survival kit to at least complete building up these parts. Oh, and maybe I'll even need to make a regular assembler to make up those 10 metal grids. But at least I can start pulling pieces apart and putting them back together again using weld pads once I have some more nickel ready at my on my other ship. Pieces like this are also pretty good for getting some motors, although that one was also mostly damaged, so I spoke a little too soon. This one has some motors in it. not that one. But, like, I don't want to damage that. It's an O2H2 generator. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take this ship apart piece by piece and reassemble it, not in the order that it came apart in, but just sort of as like a barge, a big old sled with the important parts just sort of laid out on top. I'll have a central docking place for the Isbelta on the barge. And, oh, I just vented out all of my oxygen. That was...
Energy critical.
And, yeah, I'll be able to grab all the pieces I need from here to get myself a bit of a large grid working base. And then I'll be able to continue on my way to the Ice Moon. Alright. Now, I think I'm going to grab a bunch of this. Nope, wrong button. There we go. Cannot withdraw one steel plate. I don't have... How many steel plates do I have? Do I need? Apparently I need a lot of steel plates, so let's get just doing that. Alright. Did I get... How many do I have at all? 14? How much does each one take? Each one takes 2, so that's 4 per, so... 4 per weld. So I can do 2, 3 welds if I have another... math worth of construction components and computers. Let me grab them. Alright. I think I like the look of taking this part off, and let me show you what the... So I've got that, and that as the 3 of the working ion thrusters. So if I can detach it just between those along here, and then out in front of it as well, I can detach this whole section on the back and turn that into my new... the start of my new sled. So let me get in there by hand and start, yeah. See if I can disconnect it cleanly. What I need to grind off and all that. Alright. Well, I have effectively removed the first chunk. And while it is a bit much for my my little... Oh, what's it called? My little... I don't know. The jack... Run-a-jacks? Was that it? Run-a-jacks. Right, because of the picture. It's at least entire. I think this is my orientation on it. Or at least the one I'll go with. And we've got a large thruster assembly here. We've got the large ions there. I had considered just taking that top pit off. I think I will, actually. Let me, do I have large... I do have large hydrogen thrusters. Yeah, so I don't need to keep that one. If I take that piece out, then I can just go ahead and... does it have... It's just got some steel plate and some construction components. Yeah. Alright, you stay there.
Inventory full.
Three component. Is there... Oh, that's right. This thing doesn't have a lot of room in it. My... order of operations here is going to help with how I proceed. And I want to... Yeah. I'm outside of the gravity well here, yes. Artificial gravity is 0. Let's go ahead and drop
Inventory full. Inventory full.
the pieces of that right here. And let's plop the... I don't need to control the headlights of the bar here. I can just switch lock. So 3. Alright. I'm back in business. I've got to kind of be careful with this. Although inertia is kind of not a concern, things will slow down on their own over time. I still don't want to have a piece fly off for no reason. So let's grab this one as well, and I gotta remember that one has a intact hydrogen thruster. So I have ion thrusters. I have about 3 or 4 intact ion thrusters. I think I'll use those to get myself up to speed, but then I'll use strategically placed hydrogen thrusters on the sledge to control my position and to like halt my speed and such. And that should save the majority of the work to the ion, which I can recuperate a little more easily than the hydrogen. Although I suppose now that I'm in space, hydrogen's not as difficult to recuperate. Alright. Alright. Well, that's a hazard of doing this. Grabbing onto something while you are locked to it. And it doesn't have its own thrusters. Very sketchy. Alright. I'm gonna grab this piece, have it twist around, get it oriented a little better, and start working on turning it into the sled proper. So while I do want to take every piece of useful piece off of this thing, I think I got to start with some of the ones that I'm absolutely sure I'll need, like these gyroscopes. There are 3 of them that are not intact, but capable of being fixed, and one that is intact. So let me grab them first and place them down. Possibly just, I don't know, I kind of had the idea of there being a small cabin on this that would hold my character and some... I've got vents, may as well use them. So maybe I could put the gyroscopes here? Yeah. Well, this is a little annoying. That perfectly intact gyroscope took a bump when I disconnected that one. And because they're so heavy, any little tiny bump causes that much damage. So now I have to craft all of that up before I can even consider moving the sled. Ay, ay. So the next bit that I want to make sure I have on the sled is this large cargo container, and I'm looking at it. It's actually got a spine of conveyor blocks going off of it, and these are all basically detached back here. I've got a little more to go, like this. And then once I get that loose, I'll drop the whole thing out and attach it to the space sled. So the thing about these ion thrusters that are precious is the thruster components. I can actually make that size thruster already. Right here. Here? Yeah, that. It's effectively the same thing. Might take a little bit more steel plate, but it produces the same amount of thrust. Anyway, I need to move these because they're attached to the container. And then I need to get this guy out of there, and I think that'll be good enough to get him out like that. Yes. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's place it into the sled. Well, that's a little disappointing. I think I'm going to have to recreate this shape on the other side, on this side rather. Alright, I think I'm good to extract. None of that's connected up into there. None of that's oh wait, this is connected right here. Okay, none of that's connected back through there. And we are down to our last connection, which is right here. And I think I can cut through this. There's nothing there. And if I cut through this one, then the only thing left
Inventory full.
is that one and this one.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yep, I just felt it move, or saw it move, or whatever. Yeah, there we go. And I'm stuck. Little tiny movements, that's what I'm looking for. This is a pretty heavy piece. I don't want it to take any major bangs or cuts. And if these guys would not... I really wish they'd stop coming close to me. Alright, looks like he's leaving again. Alright, I am loose. And as you'll see, I've got the gravity generator on this one as well. So now it's a question of how do I attach this? And I think the answer is just like I've got it pointed right now. Yeah. So I want that to be attached right here, so that I've got a little bit of a room here where this vent is, and I can like put a doorway and such. Which does mean I need to swap this out.
Inventory full.
I've been dumping my inventory into this. There's a lot of stuff in there. Alright. The nice thing about those conveyor blocks is they are solid, so I can, you know, get another solid block on either side there, and I can, in fact, get that area to be airtight. So let's do something with these. Alright. Now the next piece I want to attach after this is the batteries. And I know that there are 2 batteries that I need to finish building, and 2 batteries that I can extract from the Hulk. But the other thing I could do is build a rotor and or maybe a hinge. Hinge would probably be better. To allow the Espelta to dock with it. And with that functionality, I'd be able to power it up using the reactors on the Espelta. So this is... oh, other way, there. Oh, I think I'm off by 1. Okay. Yeah. I guess I could slide up on top of them or just slide in. These are just scaffolding blocks, easy enough to remove. Don't need to worry about perfect positioning then. Hey, there we go. Now, the platform is currently a station, static grid, because it would just be so much more difficult to get this to work if it weren't. And yeah, now I have a bunch of locations where I can attach the different functional parts of this whole assembly. So let's start working on that. Alright, here are 2 of the complete, or not complete, but existing batteries. And there are the other 2, and this one here I've already gotten loose. So let me just clean up the rest of the mess, and then I'll grab it and attach it to the new grid. I think right back here next to those gyroscopes is a good spot. I do still need to apply the weld pads though. I think I can... wait. The Espelta is working on the pieces needed for the assembler there. And I do need. Alright, let me grab those. Alright. Just scooch you down a little, and there we go. The grid suddenly has power. And I'd be willing to bet that I could almost build this now. And once I can build that, I can do steel plates and motors. Why can't I do steel plates and motors? Because I'm missing iron ingots. Alright, let me grab the iron and the nickel from the guy over here. This assembler basic refinery, I definitely need to bring that to the new grid, for sure. Because the survival kit's ability to get iron leaves a lot to be desired. Just do that. Alright. Now... And now it's working. Alright. All components necessary. And here we have... What? I could have sworn it had said all components necessary had been withdrawn, but that's only 4 displays. So come on, let's get those 4 displays. 8 steel plates. I don't think I need 8 steel plates. Those are probably extra ones. Okay. The assembler is there. It's gonna work. Now, production. We have a basic assembler. Let's see about this. Do I have... Alright, right, I don't have all the material. So let's work on the next piece, which will be extracting this. Boy, that's going to be a little tricky, a little tight, but I bet you I can get it out without too much trouble. Yeah, I will clear that side of it, clear the top, and then grind it out so it's loose. And here goes nothing. And now I gotta get it. So now I gotta decide where do I want to attach this thing. And seeing as I have 2, or I think 3, yeah, I have 2 complete and then 1 incomplete H2O2 generators. I think what I might do is attach the 4 of these things. Do I want to do them right along the spine there? Let me think about this. Alright, next big challenge I think is the hydrogen tank. That's half filled with hydrogen. I do not want to waste that at all. I'm thinking detach it by itself and drop it out, and I'll just clear away that material there and some of this material here, and I'll be able to pull it out sort of this direction. Alright, we're pretty much there. Here goes nothing. It's loose, and it's mobile. I was a little worried about it being a static grid. Oh, no, I don't want that thing that's on my... A little worried about it being not stuck in the voxels there, stuck in the rock. But I guess I didn't have to worry about that. Alright. Tell you what, these lights surrounding me, going every which way, they are actually quite useful. Whoever had that thought when they designed this ship had a good thought. Alright, so I'm going to put this right back there. Right, back in this general area. Gotta get the weld pads ready first, though. Hey, check it out. It's it's not a cert. It's a ROMN Rust Freighter. I'm a bit surprised. You know, if I had been allied with the pirates, such as I was, I think I might have been inclined to go and steal that. But we'll let it slide this time. Alright, I wanna get it. Hey, there we go. Alright. And we are moving along. This is good. So if I want to get these, I have to finish welding them first and then detach them from the block, because I can't detach them as they are. They're not mine. Here's my guy. I've got some things started. Let's add that to the production list. Yeah. things are going. I'm trying to rebuild stuff as I go, including these guys here. I got this one most of the way. Let's do that. I think those metal grids are built, I just couldn't. Yeah, here we go. So, I'm trying to think of how best to have this guy act as a ship. I don't... I mean, I had grabbed this because it was a nice long spine of conveyor belts connected both of them. I could leave at least two of them in place as thrust pointing downward. That would work. And then I could attach two of them as thrust pointing sideways. So I have two left, two right, two up. I would need two down, however. I think what I'm going to ought to do is I'll attach to that gravity generator, detach it from there, and reattach it in here, because inside here is going to be like the little pressurized cabin area, I think. But then see if I do want that to be the case, then I can't leave these the way they are. I think I'm just going to have to dismantle that entirely. Yeah. So, let's start with that. You've got a gravity generator to move. Yeah, it's good enough. All right. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna want to attach it there. Let's get two of them. Where's the... There's that. Alright, let me orient it correctly. Yeah. And I'm gonna want that facing the front of the ship, so over to here. Does mean I'm going to need to move the antenna, or just come in underneath the antenna. I think I can probably do that. Bringing you along on this one. Figured I'd show you my thought process. It seems to be appreciated. What do we got? More assert. There's not a lot of room. Alright. I want it about there. Which means... just in front of the vent? Yeah, why not? Come on. implying that it's nearly there. Well, geez, now it is there, and it's just not connecting for some reason. There we go. Alright, now that that's in place, let's grab these thrusters. I'll just grab this one. Alright, and it's going to be one of the two downward thrusts, I think. Yeah. So, here we go. Kind of think I'm designing this as a bit of a, like a, just a module on top of a platform, and I'm going to build the platform out to here. And then the Espelta is going to sit on the platform here, and then I'll pilot this through space and to the ice moon. So I don't need a ton of pieces, bits showing every which way, but, having it be a kind of good looking would be useful. And I like that I'm getting this done pretty quickly, too. I didn't want to have this ship stretch out over the course of 15 episodes like the Espelta did. Come on. There we go. So I decided 2 down, 2 up, right? And I can grab more of these from the ship itself that I have that are like fully welded together. Well, guys, I think that I am probably running up on enough time for this episode. Looks like the episode might be a little shorter than not. I don't know, I have some time lapses to do, and they always throw me off calculating how much time is whatnot. But I'm in a pretty good place to call it a day, so why don't I do that? And I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of Survival Records. I hope y'all join me for the next one. And thanks for watching.